Do you have to?
No, I didn't.
No, you don't have to. That's see that didn't say percent. Yeah. And then you add them up. So just treasury security plus this additional default and liquidity. That will be your AA. It seems right. And BBB it's the same except you use 1.9.
How did you get the AA rated bond yield?
You just show how you got it.
What?
Just keep like just show.
She just showed that?
Can you show it?
The AA?
Yes.
You just
AA rated
It's
bond
just
yield.
adding treasury yield and
yeah.
AA.
This plus this one, because treasury yield is the basic one. You add additional default and liquidity, and that will be your, yeah. BBB will be 1.9%, right? 1.9%, and times the whole equation again, 1.02 with the power of a minus 1. Treasury and yeah. Oh yeah, so now it's right. You see treasury, AAA, and AA and BBB. It seems right. Did you get what I got? I might make a mistake somewhere. I'm going too fast. Yeah, so.
Is it, okay, so for the BBB rated bonds, is it
Triple-
just the treasury yield plus the BB rated? Or
That's right. Because yeah, for BBB, you use treasury plus the BBB's default and liquidity. So you add the treasury, which is E263, plus and also H263. You add this column with E column with H column. So that's your, so treasury plus the default and liquidity for BBB. So BBB's yield should be higher than AA. AA should be higher than the treasury. Okay, so you guys got it, right? Diana? Yeah.
I have a question on the last problem.
So this table or the next
No,
table?
the next.
The next table is about the expectation theory, right? Which
So
is
I'm just saying, like, from the symbols, and so
Yeah.
you gave us a table. So are
Yeah.
we basically just,
the expectation theory.
yeah, are we just kind of, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, expectation theory is a different thing.
Yeah, I know, I'm
It's-
just saying, like, from what you gave us, are we basically just writing down what's in the table from, like, the symbols?
You can
You
use,
gave us the meaning of the symbols, and then you gave us a table, and just, are there any calculations involved, I guess?
you have to do the calculation,
Okay.
yeah.
You
So-
want us to redo the calculations?
Huh?
Wait, what?
Oh, she's talking about the expectation theory, the table underneath this one.
Right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
We have the,
see, this one. I just assume everybody is fine, right? Okay. So now the shape should be this. And so, yeah, for those like we're done with this part, we can relax a little bit. How about let's just take like 5 minutes break for those who are behind. You can use the time to catch up. So Kelly, you got it this time? Yeah. This room is so hot, right? Yeah.
Quick question on the homework.
Yeah.
So it says the answer for this one should be 6%,
Yeah.
but I have, or 5%, but it should be 6 because the inflation premium for a 2-year bond for inflation
Yeah.
premium should be 2% plus 4%. The average is 3%.
Yeah.
So it should be 6%, right? Not 5%. Because it says, because that one, that's what I got, but this I got 6% instead of 5 because it's
Yeah,
3.
I
plus
could be
3.
wrong. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know. I'll go back. I'll go to make the videos for this
Okay.
homework. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Honestly, no, like, I have to make an arrangement. There's no option.
So Will, are you with me too? Or you're behind?
a little behind.
You're a little behind. Yeah, but this is just. I know I'm going so fast.
Yeah, this one's really long.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. You just repeat it.
Tax two, well, tax one needs to know is easier than cost accounting. And I did not.
She said she's gonna go over the homework.
Yeah, I will make videos and I post it online for the homework. Because you guys are prepared, use the information to prepare for the exam. So. Now we're going to learn the very tough one. The expectation theory is very hard.
Is it harder than this?
Yeah. But this is easy.
Yeah.
This is sort of easy. You just use the equation, but the other part will be hard. You know, so you can read it how to do that. You can read it and how to do that. It's just like you use it to predict the future interest rate. That's another goal of yield curve. Yield curve is just like you predict future interest rate based on yield curve. How can we do that? For example, you want to know what's the interest rate a year from now. Like you have some money and you want to invest a year from now. How much interest rate you can get? How can you make predictions?
It's cheaper skydiving.
Can you?
Skydiving.
For example, you guys will be start working next year. You want to save $100,000 a year. So you want to know what interest you can get in the future.
Maybe do the moving average.
Now the moving average. Using expectation theory. Moving average is stock market.
That's where my head's at.
Yeah. You learned a lot from Abdel Misha's class. So anybody is in his Abdel Misha's the student investment fund? No one? I highly recommend you guys to participate and join it. Why not? Why not?
I'm involved in too much already.
Oh yeah.
I do everything.
But you got a job. It's
Yeah.
once you got a job, that's all. Yeah. Joe, have you got a job yet?
Yes.
Which company you be working for?
Black Knight.
I was there last summer. Where are you at? Intern audit?
No, I'm actually the client response.
But you got a job or intern?
Yeah, intern.
Intern, but it'll probably end up being.
Yeah. What about Mark? You?
I know a few.
CIA.
You know Ariana?
So you got it already, or the internship in the summer? Will, what about you? Not tried yet?
Oh, God.
Kelly, what about you? I know you're looking for jobs.
Yeah, I'm on PhD right now. FNF in the summer.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
This one isn't the best.
So you won't take classes?
Huh?
You won't take classes? Remember, we're classmates.
I know. I'm taking 4 classes during the summer.
In the summer?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got a good intern program.
Philosophy?
And then I'm taking a graduate course.
Okay.
But what are you taking?
Huh? No, in the summer? She's teaching FIn435 again. So I like, because for me, I've never had much, I've never had my education in this country, so it's always a gap I want to fill for humanity part. Yeah, and she's easy to me. When I'm in her class, I feel relaxed. I can say anything I want, so I'm not scared.
I saw her at Walmart, like Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
She always preparing parties for her family.
yeah, and she said a bunch of like the Chinese students were coming
Yeah.
from that were, are studying.
Yeah, she always do that.
Yeah, she's so nice. Yeah. That's funny.
I'm scared to take humanity classes from other people because I don't know them so well. I'll be nervous. But with her, I'm not worried. I'm not nervous.
Yeah, she's super. It was like, because I've taken, well, I went to another school and I took like backfield literature, whatever, and it was so boring and it was miserable and I hated it. And hers was so much more interesting. We have
Yeah, we just
Achilles and
yeah. I learned a lot actually because I might read some of the novels, but it's in Chinese. Yeah, because it's like some of the authors I know their Chinese name. I read their articles in Chinese. Never had chance to read the original work.
The supervisors come down yelling at you to go faster. That's pretty much all of it.
Yeah. How about let's continue working on it so we can get it done, and then we'll have some discussion on like the articles about inverted. I hope you guys like this subject because finance is not as boring as accounting. Accounting is really boring because finance, you do all the math. You're so busy calculating numbers and you're worrying you got it wrong. But for accounting, once you screwed up a number, you're totally screwed up everything, right? But for finance, you can always get a number. But anyhow, I don't know, finance is better or accounting is better.
I don't like finance because it's a little douchey for me. Like the personalities.
Yeah, aggressive.
I couldn't work.
People are so aggressive. They're not so
Yeah,
friendly
I couldn't do
at
that.
all.
No,
But-
it's not that it's competitive.
Yeah.
Like I like the competitive side. It's just like the personality that comes with finance usually is like repulsive for
Yeah.
me. Like
Yeah.
if you want to go in, I'm not saying if you want to go into finance. No, I'm just not cut out. I'm not cut out for it. I don't like it at all, and I don't like that the only motive is to make more money.
Yeah,
You
they
might
don't,
help people along the way, but like your personal main goal.
no, you want to go up so you can make more money.
Yeah, and it shows in personality.
It shows, yeah. That you want to be the only one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's it. That's it.
and you probably think you're the smartest one too.
It's weird because I had an accounting internship last summer, and I'm going into finance this summer. But it's with Macquarie, so I'm not
Yeah.
like, worried about like it being.
But Chris is there. Chris is
Yeah.
Chris is fine.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my opinion. It's not that.
Just too much research.
Yeah, finance is like people are in the finance because they think they can make
Make money.
money,
That's
yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah. But I was reading an article in Wall Street, the average salary last year for people working in Wall Street is $500,000. So it works
But at
definitely.
what cost? Like, do they see their family? Like, do they get to use their money? No. They're
Oh, they
always
use their money. They know how to use it too.
I mean, yeah, but like, not like.
Yeah, but not with family, probably just on themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He didn't end up getting married until after. Yeah, my dad's really old too.
But you got the benefits from like you
Yeah,
start working.
well,
he-
He doesn't contribute too much. He's retired now, so he's holding on to it.
but you're doing fine by yourself. You don't count on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought people who working in Wall Street don't want to even get married. Right? You watch the TV series called Billions, and you know, like everybody is so different to the Main Street.
Are there women, like a lot of women in Wall Street or no?
Women, even you're a woman, you're working in Wall Street, you don't consider you're a woman. You consider yourself a man.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, you have to. So it's a place. I know a couple of the Chinese girls, and their personality is totally changed after they work in Wall Street for some years.
Wow.
But that's good. That's a good thing, right? Yeah, you have to. Yeah. So let's study, and the last thing left. It's easy though. Even though I say it's hard, but it's not that hard. It's just like we're trying to make predictions of future interest rate. How can we do that? How can we do that? For example, I want to know interest rate is how much a year from now. For example, let's say interest rate is 5%. 1 year interest rate, 1 year interest rate is 5%. 2 year interest rate is 6%. So can I make predictions of the interest rate a year from now?
Yeah,
Yeah, how? How can we do that?
with complicated math.
Not complicated, not complicated. It's based on expectation theory. So
My guess is 7.
it is, yeah. You probably have learned it before.
I was just thinking it
Yeah, how?
by 1% each year.
Yeah, so it's like it's 12% if you think about it's 6% every year for 2 years, right? So but in a year it's 5%. So if you invest certain amount of money, hold it for a year and hold it for another year, or you hold it for 2 years without any break, so you should get the same return, right? So it's just like you hold it for a year. This is 2-year period. You can either do like 5% and this is unknown percent, or like 6% every year. So you should get the same return, right? Because this is finance. There's it's 2 years. So you either deposit for a year and then roll it over for another year, or keep it in the same account for 2 years. You should get the same return, right? So here you're right, it should be 7%. So this should be 7%. Why 7? So you see, you can simply do the math. 6%, so 5%, so this has to be 7%. So, but 7% just, if you do like 6% a year, 6%, on average is how much? 6%, right? So just like on average, you're making 6% if you keep it there for 2 years. That's definitely 6%. But if you do that for 1 year, that's 5%. Another year is unknown percent. And the average should also equals to 6%. So you work out this math, X should be 7%. Right? So it's called expectation theory. You deposit for n years. The average of your different approach should give you the same return each year. But this is just estimation. The actual equation should be, because we're compounding. The first year 5%, 1 plus 5% multiply 1 plus X percent. This is your second year, should equals to 1 plus 6% for 2 years. So you worked out this math, you should get somewhere close to 7%. But this is exactly based on expectation theory. 5% of increase, another X percent of increase, which is unknown, should equals to 6% increase for 2 years. Should be the same. Now you worked out the math, or the approximate method is using this approach. So, yeah, so we can use this way to figure out the futures interest rate. Yeah, so this is called expectation theory. Yeah, 7% here. So you see, this is how it is done. Now let's use this equation here, and let's do that. Okay, so you see a yield on 1 year bond a year from now is a symbol of this one. This is 2 years from now, but it's a year bond. So you consider like the whole period is what, and how you break it. How you break it. Let's give it a try here. So what you know is like yield curve. These are the yield curve information. 1 year to mature each year is 5.02%. 2 year to mature it's 5.31% each year. So this is yield curve information. Now let's predict the future interest rate. The first one, you see, so if it's 2 years treasury note, this is 2-year treasury note, and you can predict the interest rate a year from now. 1 year treasury note, 1 year treasury note, but 1 year from now. So you know if you hold it for a year, you get 5.02%. Hold it for 2 years, you get 5.31%. But if you hold it for a year and hold it for another year, but a year from now, what is the interest rate? You can use this equation to do that. So, right? The simple way to do that is to do what? And the simple way is just like equals to, see, 2 years is 5.31% each year. So in 2 years, that's all. And you subtract your first year's 5.02%, you will get somewhere close. So just like 2 years. But exact way is you do that exactly. It should be what? It should be like your returns in 2 years using this equation here. So it should be what? It should be 1 plus 5.31%. This is every year increase. It increases for 2 years. This is the whole returns in the 2-year period, and you divide it by like the first year interest, 1 plus 5.02%, and that will be your, but you have to subtract 1. So you see you got something very close. The reason is just it's difficult to understand it, but you see this is 2 years. We break it down into 2 years, into like each year. So 5.02%, this is X. But where you save it for 2 years, so it's 5.31%, 5.31%. So you should get the same return. Just think about the bottom one. This is what you get. 1 plus X equals to the top one with the power of 2. So this is a math equation you're trying to work out. So X should equals to 5.6%. Or you can do a simple way. Simple way in the exam, if you do the simple way, I'll consider this is right too. Multiply by 2 equals to, you just add it. You add each year's interest rate up. One is like same interest rate for n period. One is like one part, and another part you don't know. But you just set it up like how much is the total interest rate one way, how much is the total interest rate another way. So
I typed in what you, is that divided by 1 plus 5.02%?
yeah.
Minus 1?
when you, yeah. Yes.
Could you also just take the numbers that you've given above and just divide that
This
way,
one?
or do you want us to do the entire equation in that line? So like, you could do that entire equation.
Yeah, you can, or you can just use the,
Use
well,
the numbers that
you can use this one divided by this one minus one. Yeah, you can do that, but you should understand where the number come from.
Right.
Yeah, I kept those numbers there, so just to make it easier. But you know, it makes sense, right? So you can make prediction of your interest rate a year from now is how much.
So is it always going to be that same equation that he just thought of, now that we know the?
Yeah,
So
see,
it's always gonna be the left one divided by
Then
the
at the
right,
end
Un-
it gets, yeah.
until you get to like.
Until
Well-
you get to the last three, because then you're dealing with,
And-
why, you're dealing with to the power of 5, power of 10, so you have to do a little bit of extra thing.
yeah, but see for the next one, the second one is what? But you don't have to use that Excel thing. You can just do the calculation yourself. So the second one is that you do that for 3 years. So each year is 5.48. Or you're getting 2 years. And then, so you're getting 5.31. And the last year, you don't know. 2 years from now, you hold it for a year, you don't know. So what you can do is you just 5.48% equals to, because the average is this, you get the average of another way divided by 3. So this has to equal. So you don't have to use their equation, but if you draw this graph, the average of the top one should equals to the average of the bottom one. So you get the x this way. Or mathematically, it should be 1 plus 5.48%, 3 times should equals to 1 plus 31%, 2 times 1 plus x. You can work out this math. You get the same answer. So for this one, let's just start from beginning. Equals to 1 plus 5.48% with the power of 3 plus 5.31% with the power of 2, subtract 1. Yeah, 5.82, or you can simply use 5.48% multiplied by 3 minus 5.31% multiplied by 2. It's similar. See, so I didn't use their number, but you see every question for the expectation series is like this. You figure out how the interest rate is set up. Yeah.
So you're okay
You can-
with us using the numbers you already gave us?
Yeah, but however, in the exam, there will be no tables. But you can do the easy way. You just get the average. This way to set it is easier.
So for the last three, are we just putting them to?
I don't know, the last 3. For example, this is 30 years. Now you have 20 years and 10 years. So you break it down, just think about this is 30 years, and you break it down for the first 10 years, 20 years, and the next 10 years. Next 10 years, so first 30 years, there's one rate, and you get the 20 years, there's one rate, and 10 years is another rate, another one. So how to do this one? The last one, right? How much you got?
Well, I'm just, if we know how to do the last one, do we know how to do the other two up top?
This one?
Yeah, these.
This one, see, this one is 10 years. You break it down to 5. So since 10 years, so you see how much is 10 years rate. Let me copy it to here. much you guys got for this one? Students always get confused by when it's time for this calculation. They see this is total 10 years, so you should use this number, and use the 5-year. This number, you use these two. So think about the whole 10 years, how much you can get. So that's, or you can use the quick way. Quick way is just like you just add up 5.68% 10 times. So, and then you add them up. Subtract like 5 years, you get 5.73% 5 times. And then now this is total returns in 5 years, and then you divide it by 5s. So it should be 5 points, so this is an easy way. But we're not considering compounding. We just simply consider like interest rate for the whole 10-year period equals to interest rate for the first 5 years plus the interest rate for the last 5 years. So, but mathematically, oh no, I was wrong. It should be this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, but to do mathematically, it should be 1 plus, you see, 5.68% with the power of 10, right? Over 1 plus 5.73% with the power of 5. And then now you got 5 years interest rate. Now you have to get the power of 1 over 5 because it's 5 years. And then you subtract 1. Yeah, I got the same answer. So you see
the other equation?
So it's just same thing, but it's 5. Yeah. So
Why is it 1/6?
Yeah, let me show you the equation here. So you see this one. So if you do this is a lot easier, but it's the same thing. So you got 10 years. So 5.68% every year. And then so you got 5.73 for 5 years. For 5 years, and then so XX, and you don't know. So it's just like if you add it up, 5.68 for 10 years should equals to 5.73 for 5 years and X for another 5 years. So it's the same. Or you don't think you're adding them up, so you multiply 5.68%, because you compound every year 10 times in 10 years. So it should equals to 1 plus 5.73% for how many times? 5 years. 1 plus X for 5 years. And you worked out this math. That's this one. But this is the equation.